are the Mach 7 Arpeggios. I'm playing it on the A, so let's go for it. One by one. Position 1, position 2 now. Position 3. Position 4. 5. 6. And 7. All these are A Mach 7, alright? What does it mean? We have the triad or triad, A, C sharp, E, and what's the 7? That's G sharp, right? So that helps a lot when we want to embellish a solo or a phrase. That we don't play only, let's say, the A major scale, right? But also you can start phrasing on a arpeggio. Root note. Note again. Alright, this is a major scale. Now we are talking about modes, modal scales. Ionian, most well known, okay? With the formula whole tone, half tone, whole, half, okay? Some other people say whole step, half step, whole step, half step, okay? So I will play the slow, the major scales, or Ionian scale from a point of view. We shouldn't play all the time with this, like muting strap. So we try also to mute with the right hand. It's very, very important, okay? So when I say mute, it doesn't mean palm muting, right? Because this is just an articulation in music, okay? Unless we want to really articulate everything with the palm muting. But that's not the point. I mean, we also want to speak out. So it's just to mute the strings you are not playing, okay? That's, I think for me, it's been the trickiest part on the technique to get used to the muting. And I'm still, in a process. We practice and practice and practice, but I think it's working little by little every time more and more. Okay, next position. Starting on the 7th fret, 4th string. Position 4. position 5. Next position 6. Fourth note again. Last but not least, starting with the 12th A. Scale related to a major key, okay, or a Mach 7 chord, okay. It doesn't sound dominant at all. It doesn't sound like Mixolydian. We will talk later about that. So that's why I play this Mach 7. It can be our first chord in the chord progression in the chain, okay. That's why it sounds very like a tonic. A major key, let's say that. Let's first revise our triads or triads chords, which is just the 1, 3, and 5, or well, other people call it the root note, 3, and the 5. And this is very important because if we know always the 1, 3, and 5 on our chord, it doesn't matter the key. But if you really know the 1, 3, and 5, then you can add more notes afterwards, right? Like the 7s, the 9s, the 11s, etc. So let's talk about 5 positions per triad. This is the number 1. Right? Number 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is very tricky to play here, like a kind of a bar chord. But that's why it's so important to know the 5 positions, because sometimes when we change a root note, everything changes. So we don't always play this shape here, but depending on the root note. So saying that, we also add 7th intervals to the chord, or the arpeggio. As we checked before in the exercises, like in the arpeggios, I was playing the triads with the 7th already in it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here, for example, I have as the first chord I did, or triad, but then I will try to extend it as at my first position on the 7, Mach 7, A Mach 7. So many people say, no, I don't play this chord, it's too big for my hands. But you never know. I mean, if we are here and you change the key, E Mach 7 for example, right? Or also just for starting the arpeggios. It depends, okay? So anyways, position 1 on A Mach 7. Position 2, I think this is the most well-known, well-common. Some people play only this, so not adding this 5th, but only the 1, the 7, and the 3. Right? You can also have the 5 and the root note here again, but this is also fine. No? Okay, number 3, or position 3, Mach 7, A Mach 7. Then the next one, right? We have the 7 here. Last but not least, this is also one like common chord. Yeah, so all right. As I was talking before, then we've been working on different chords, different arpeggios, different scales. All of them are related with each other, but we of course go little by little. So we first work very technically on these aspects, learning triads plus the 7s of each chord, Mach 7, dominant 7, minor 7, half diminished, and the modal scales which are related to these chords, okay? And then once we have all this clear, I will upload other videos where we can use like let's say a vamp, which is a chord on one backing track. Let's say if we are playing a minor chord, so all the time it's going to sound something like that. So then we can check, okay, what can we play there? Maybe the Ionian mode. We can also mix with other minor modal scales that we are going to talk later on, okay? But for the moment, have fun with this material. We keep in touch.